Hip-hop since 1987.com.
The 2017-18 NBA season is officially back, and our Atlanta Hawks are in the Game 2 of an 82-game season. Unfortunately, they did not pick up a win tonight, moving on to a record of 1-1 after losing to the Charlotte Hornets 109-91. Now, one of the bright spots tonight, once again, was Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder finished the night with 25 points, making this his second night in a row scoring 20-plus points. Also, second-year man Taurean had a good game tonight, scoring 15 points, making this the second time in the season that he scored 10 or more points. It was a big-time game for Dwight Howard playing against his former team in his first game here as a member of the Charlotte Hornets in Buzz City. Dwight finished tonight with 20 points and 15 rebounds. He joked after the game that it was good to have a good win against the Atlanta Hawks, that he was looking forward to the season here in Charlotte, and he spoke a little bit about his gameplay against John Collins. Now, as far as our Atlanta Hawks are concerned, many people didn't think they'd be in this position at a record of 1-1. It was, however, a tale of two halves today, as our Atlanta Hawks almost had more than a 20-point lead in the first half, but fell tonight as once again 109-91. We'll look and see what our Hawks do next as they move on to a back-to-back on Sunday and Monday. And once again, they'll be back at home for their home opener. That's right, their home opener on the 27th against former Hawk Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. Make sure you stay tuned to Hip Hop since 1987. Follow Terrell Thomas and Danny Digital for continual NBA recaps and Atlanta Hawk news.
Credit to Charlotte. They executed well. We were able to get up early, but they chipped away at it in the second quarter. I think that run, they played well. I thought we had a lot of good looks, both in that second quarter and really even in the third quarter too. And I think a lot of credit to them. A lot of their guys played well. We can play better on both ends of the court. So we'll just have to look at the film and look to get better from tonight.
Coach, you mentioned the run. It's 69-60 our side in the third quarter, and they go on that 24-0 run. So basically, a lot, not bad shots, but just a little bit of execution and their defense?
We'll have to look at the film, but, teams go on runs like that. It's usually a little bit of both. Probably good defense on their part. We probably missed some open shots. Again, I think on some plays our execution is good. Probably on others we need to improve. And they hit some tough shots and they got some open ones. It's just, sometimes it's a game of runs, and that was a big run for them, kind of changed the game.
You guys don't get a free throw attempt in the second half of this contest, much to their Dwight in the middle and what they were doing?
No, they just five guys collapse and take away the paint. They make you shoot a lot of shots. I thought we had a lot of open threes, a lot of open looks, and you got to make those against a team that's really going to crowd the paint. It's just, I think it's a lot more about their team defense and five guys. But they're well coached on both ends of the court.
In the first half, it looked like you guys did a really good job of keeping Dwight off balance and off rhythm when he was trying to make his moves in the basket, but he was catching it much deeper in the second half. What do you think happened there?
I think there were some scramble situations where he got the ball maybe off some penetration, and you have to go back and look at the film. I think just on post moves, I think I think most of his damage is either on the offensive boards or off of penetration and dump offs, and one-on-one and that type of stuff I don't think was our problem.
Coach, 1-1 so far on the road trip. What bright spots do you see moving into the game Sunday?
It was a good win in Dallas the other night. I thought the way we played for a lot of the first half and for a big chunk of the third quarter, I think our activity, our competitiveness is in a good place. So I think there's a lot to build on after the first two games going into Brooklyn.
Thanks, Coach.
Coach, did you see that as a good learning experience for Collins guarding Howard?
Yeah, no, I think John's going to see a lot of different things this year. Joking around and shoot around, he had to guard Dirk Nowitzki on opening night, and now he's got to guard Dwight Howard the next night, and couldn't be more polar opposites. And the mental challenge of adjusting each night to different guys you're guarding. It's a great learning opportunity for John, and I thought he had some bright spots in the first half. And defensively, I think we just got to look at the film and see where he can be better and in the right spots, in the second half.
Over at halftime when you got the big lead, but what happened in the third quarter this time, Jess?
We just
didn't come out like we did in the first. We got to do a better job as the starters to bring that spark and continue to do what we have to do to just keep the spark going and not let us get down like that.
I know it's always a game of runs, but when you're on the other side of a 24-0 run, how frustrating is that out there on the floor?
Well, I mean, it's frustrating as it could possibly get in basketball, especially if you're up by 18 in the first half at one point in time. But things happen. The luxury about the NBA is we have 82 games and they're so close together, so we have to have some type of amnesia and get on to the next.
I saw you being vocal with your teammates in the second quarter, so I know in the second half, so I know there was no give up. What were you trying to express to your guys that you can share with us?
Just to pick it up. Certain little things, just to try to get an advantage and try to itch back at the lead. But props to Kemba, he led his team really well, and Dennis did the same, but we just couldn't pull it through tonight.
We know that Kemba's an all-star in this league, so anything surprised about the 26-point effort you saw from him?
No, not at all. Kemba's Kemba, but I think Dennis did more than a great job tonight if you look at his numbers as well. But it's not just about that, it's about the team. And at the end of the day, we didn't do what we had to do to come out with the win.
We've talked about this being a young team. This is y'all's team. How odd was it to go against Dwight tonight?
It wasn't odd at all, man. It's basketball. I've been here for, obviously, it's going on my second year, but I've seen guys come in and out. We got a lot of new guys this year, so just got the nature of the game. You got to keep them going. And at the end of the day, you build relationships, and you can continue those relationships regardless of who plays on the opposite team. And so that's one thing that I've done with Dwight. I'm actually about to text him right now and just congratulate him on the game he had. And just get ready for Brooklyn.
My final question for you, and again, you say Brooklyn, so can you pull positives as a group out of this loss to take up to New York?
Of course. I mean, we had a lot of positives, and I think a positive is us going on that spurt where they scored and we didn't. We can turn that into a positive and try to figure out ways to get an easy bucket in those times, slow down and turn their mistakes into our fruits of labor and just do what we have to do to continue to put ourselves in a position to win games going forward.
Appreciate you, man.
Torian, despite the loss tonight, you were in double figures for your second straight night. What are you seeing out there on the court differently this season to kick off the year?
Just taking what the defense gives me, really. I think I'm a counter-type player. Whatever you don't want me to do, I'm happy to do whatever you feel like you want me to do, and just go from there. Just take whatever the defense gives me, keep it simple, and do what I'm asked.
I saw at one point in the game during the timeout, you shot a three-point shot, and you said, yeah, I'm on fire. Were you feeling like you were in the zone for a second out there?
Not really. I was really focused on trying to get the lead back and doing what I had to do to help my teammates get the lead back, and we just didn't do it.
Did Dwight seem a little extra motivated out there tonight?
We expected him to be that way. I really wasn't paying attention to how he was acting or seeming, but he did what he was supposed to do.
That comes with the territory. You know, guys, as NBA guys are going to get beat. It's my job to help come out and help defense, and then you got guys like Dwight. You know, it's going to be hard for the guards to kind of come down and try to box him out too. He's a big dude, big body, like I said, athletic guy. So it can be a handful of times, but it's our job to weather that.
JC, what was it like playing back in North Carolina with a lot of friends and teammates watching tonight?
Obviously pretty cool. Had a lot of familiar eyes in the crowd, and it was good to play in front of them again. I think we'll come back here again, so we'll have another chance to do that too.
1-1 so far on the road trip. What dope learning experience have you had in a win and a loss so far this season?
I think the biggest thing for me is trying to learn how to play against more physical guys, such as Dwight, older seasoned vets. Just another learning experience for me. Go back in the lab, watch more film, get back on the court, learn from my mistakes. That's really it. I mean, it's going to be we got 80 more of those, so it's a learning experience and gotta ride the process.
Coach Bud kind of joked about your versatility game one, for the first game guarding Dirk, and in this game guarding Dwight Howard. Talk to me a little bit about your defensive versatility.
Yeah, it's something I've been working on, something I'm trying to use my athleticism to do. Obviously still very, very, very young in my career, but hopefully I can turn into a guy that can guard all 5 positions. That's something I'm trying to do. Use my athleticism to do that.
And another run in the third quarter. What do you think? What happened in your view?
Just growing pains, man. We gotta, learn how to continue to do the things that get us those kind of leads, and it's encouraging though to see that we can, play a great style of basketball with the energy we had on both ends of the floor, and build a lead against a very seasoned team. So, something we gotta learn from. We got 2 more games on this road trip, and these nights are bound to happen. Now it's just how are we going to bounce back? We're going to let it go into a little lull, or we're going to come out and try to figure it out right away.
Your rookie had a tough assignment tonight.
Sometimes I can get
inside. He's bigger than him, stronger than him, but that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you say to him about nights like this?
I mean, this is the NBA, man. I mean, I've been in a situation, first year I played small forward where, you got Carmelo, Paul George, LeBron, Kawhi. Those guys are good. They're great. They're the head of the snake for most teams. And, some nights it's not going to be a night. And, some nights you may, hang with them a little bit, or, sometimes even not playing. But, you just got to roll with the punches. It's an 82-game season, and he did the best he could, and that's all we can ask.
Ken, you're coming up on back-to-back after tonight's game. Talk to me about these first 2 games so far. You had a victory, of course, in Dallas on the opening night. Tough loss tonight here in Charlotte. What can you guys do to kind of bounce back on the road?
Continue to do what kind of got us the win in Dallas, and the big lead tonight. We're a very good team. We played a ton of heart, a ton of enthusiasm, and very tough, gritty team. And tonight we kind of let it slip a little bit. So, it's good that it's happening now, that we can kind of, air it out and see what went wrong tomorrow in practice, and move forward from there.
What did you see going against your former teammate Dwight Howard? Of course, I know you guys had plenty of dope battles in practice and things like that. So seeing him in the opposite jersey tonight, what do you think about your matchup against him?
I'm happy for him. He seems like he's found a place that, he's going to thrive. And here with, playing with Kemba, all-star point guard, should help him out a lot. And he got some young guys out there that can fill it up. So I'm sure he'll do well. But the focus is on the Hawks this year, and we're looking forward to bounce back on Sunday.
Hip Hop since 1987.com.